Attention all units, there's a 211 in progress at 5172 Solista Place Road. Who can respond? Over.
This is car 21. I can respond. Over.
Copy that, car 21. They're going to need a perimeter set up.
All right, my first call. Me and my sidekick, we're going to get going. But first, I got one problem. What is a perimeter? Rusty, do you know? Rusty, do you know what a perimeter is? Rusty. Rusty. I guess not.
Whoa. Feels like I was just somewhere else. Anyway, welcome back to Mitter Math. Looks like today what we're going to talk about is right here. Perimeter of polygons. I'm going to walk on over to this side. What we have here is two regular polygons. You can see here, this one has all the measurements of this polygon. And when we're looking at perimeter, what we're looking for is the distance around the entire outside. Nothing to do with the inside, but it's on the outside. So let's say, for example, maybe you're a policeman and you're asked to set up a perimeter. Where have I heard that before? Anyway, what they want you to do is they want you to cover the outside of where you're at. So to figure this out, all we have to do is add everything up. It's pretty simple. So we would just go 8 plus 8, because we have 2 8s there, plus 5 plus 5. And that's all we have to do. So we would add that up, and we would get 16 plus 10, which is 26. Now, the key here also is you have to remember, include your units. So in this case, centimeters is our units, so we have to put centimeters at the end. Pretty simple, I hope. Another thing you do, if you have regular polygons and you're trying to find the perimeter, you could also make a formula for it so that it would work for everything. So what I mean by that is we have our length is the same usually when it's regular. So we have two lengths or two L's, and we're going to add that to our two widths. And we'll put a P there for perimeter is equal to that. So all we'd have to do now is substitute in our length value right there, multiply it by 2, substitute in our width value, multiply that by 2, add them up, get our perimeter. So that's also a formula or an equation or expression, I guess an equation, that we can use to figure out perimeters as well. You take a look over here. This time there's only 2 measurements put on, but you'll see these little lines. So across from the length here, we have a 1 dash and another single dash. And what that means is if you see single dashes, anything with the single dash means that they are the same. Anything with the 2 dashes means those two are the same. So in this case, what we'd have 2 3s plus 2 12s, and that would be our perimeter. So it would be 6 plus 24, which would give us 30 meters. Simple enough. If we move to this one, this is an irregular polygon, because you can see here there's some spots missing. So what we need to be able to do here is find this missing distance and that missing distance before we can add everything up. So to do that, what I'm going to do is I know that this distance down here is 10. So that means this entire distance across has to be 10 as well. I already have 4 there, so that means I have 6 left. So that means this one here has to be 6. And if I look going the other way, the total distance going up is 9. This side only goes to 6. So to get to the top, I need another 3. So there's our missing distances. Once I've done that, I add them all up, I have the perimeter. And that is how you find perimeter.
Attention all units, we have another 211 in progress at 1615 Engelmont Squilax Road. This time it's going to be a little bit different. They need a circular perimeter set up. Over.
This is car 21 responding. All right, my second call. But they said they wanted a circular perimeter set up? What the heck is a circular perimeter? There must be another name for it. I wonder if Rusty knows. Hey, Rusty. Any idea what a circular perimeter is? Nod twice if you know. I guess not.
Hey, so here we are again. Now I was thinking, what would happen if you were ever asked to set up a circular perimeter and you didn't know what it was? Well, today's your lucky day. We're going to explain that so that if that ever happens to you, you'll be able to do it. Before we can do that, we got to figure out, or we got to learn the parts of the circle first. So here we have a circle, and all I want you to pay attention to is there's a solid line going right across here from the middle of the circle to one of the edges. The distance from the middle of the circle to the edge of a circle is called the radius, and that term's going to come in handy. And then if we go the distance across the entire circle, from one edge to the other side, that is called your diameter. So we need to know the words radius, and we need to know the words diameter. And the other thing you need to know about is right over here, and this is called pi. It's not like apple pie or pumpkin pie, which I do like, but this is pi for math. And it always equals 3.14. It actually equals a really long, long number, but all you need to know is that it equals 3.14. So if you know radius, diameter, and pi, we now can figure out this circular perimeter that seems to be a problem. So if we take a look over here, another word for circular perimeter is we're looking at the circumference. So it's the circumference of a circle. So in order to figure out circumference, we have a couple of formulas. And hopefully these will make some kind of sense. We have this one here, and we have this one right there. They're actually identical, and I'll tell you why. This one here this means C stands for circumference, is equal to 2 times pi, which is 3.14, times r, which stands for the radius, which was the halfway distance from the center to the edge. This one down here stands for circumference is equal to pi, which is that again, times d, which is the diameter, which is the entire distance across. And the reason why they look a little bit different is because the radius is actually half the size of the diameter, or the diameter is twice as big as the radius, however you want to look at it. So that's where the 2 comes in, timesing it by the r. So if we actually have the same numbers, you can use both formulas and we'll get the same answer. So I will now show you how to calculate that. So here we have a circle with a radius of 6 centimeters, and you're asked to find the circumference. In this case, because we have the radius, we're going to use the 2 times pi times r formula. So all we do, we keep the 2 there. We substitute in 3.14 for pi. The radius is 6, so we're going to times that by 6. Use the calculator. We get 37.68, and our units, can't forget that, is centimeters. And that's all we do. Plugging in pi there, plug in your radius, put in a calculator, and Bob's your uncle. If we have a diameter instead of a radius, we can now use pi times diameter. So in this case, we substitute in 3.14 for pi. Our diameter is 12, which goes there. Put it in a calculator, multiply together, and look at that. We get the same answer. Because the previous one was 6, which is half the size of this diameter, which is 12. So that's why we get the exact same answer. So that, in a nutshell, is how you find circumference or perimeter of a circle. So now you are able to set up circular perimeters and just regular perimeters if you're ever out, on your job as a policeman. or policewoman, of course. Thank you.
Well, now that I know what a perimeter and a circular perimeter, also known as circumference, is, next time I get another call and they want me to set up a circular perimeter or a perimeter in general, I'm going to know what to do. Man, it sure is nice knowing what's happening. And everybody out there, don't forget, even in school, math can be cool. Peace.